Paris Union High School District School Board meeting to order at 2:02. I'm going to ask for a roll call to determine a quorum. Trustee Anaya? Here. Trustee Stafford?
Here.
Trustee Hall?
Here.
Trustee Garcia?
Here.
And me, Trustee Campos, here. We have established a quorum. 3.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees, closed session items only. Are there any public comments on closed session items?
There are no public comments.
Thank you. Okay, at this point, we'll adjourn to closed session.
Make a motion.
Oh,
Second.
okay. Any discussion? Thank you. Please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5.0. We are adjourning to closed session at 2:03. Okay. We are going to reconvene at 5.1. The regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 6:14 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to have, if you don't mind, please remain standing. 6.1 will have an invocation. Trustee Anaya. Okay, 7.1. We're going to recess into the California Military Institute meeting to conduct the regular board meeting of the California Military Institute Charter School. We are recessing at 6:16. Okay, the regular board meeting of the Paris Union High School District is reconvening at 6:27 p.m. 8.1, the revision, adoption, and ordering of the agenda, January 15th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please, if there's no discussion, seeing none, please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. And now we're moving 9.1 oral reports, report out of closed session.
Thank you, President Campos. In closed session, by a vote of 5-0, the Board of Trustees approved a settlement agreement for employee number 144993 with the Paris Union High School District, effective June 30, 2025. .2 District update by the Superintendent. Thank you, President Campos. I just would like to report to you that I attended the Student of the Month at Sizzler this month. It was a wonderful experience, listening to the experiences of our students, the challenges that they had faced, and how they have overcome those challenges. It was very powerful. So we as an adults, we are learning from our students also, and we have the opportunity to recognize them. And I want to say thank you also to Trustee Anaya, Trustee Hall, and Trustee Stafford. They were with me when we visited Paloma Valley High School and Perris High School. Actually, Trustee Anaya and Trustee Hall visited Paloma Valley and Perris together, and Trustee Stafford joined us at Perris High School. So I really appreciate your support. The staff were able to see you, you were able to ask questions, to get to know our schools. So that was really good, really nice to have that experience and have the opportunity to show you the wonderful things that we have in Perris Union.
Thank you, Dr. Arau. 9.3, PSEA President Jason Miller.
District seems to be moving in a positive direction. The decision to restructure ed services into there we go. Let me start. The district seems to be moving in a positive direction. The decision to restructure ed services into pupil services and curriculum instruction and innovation was an inspiring move that allows a solid new direction for the educational part of education. This will allow a new focus on the students and their needs, as well as learning in the classroom. I feel that in the education services realm, learning and instruction traditionally get put on the back burner to conferences, wordy, unclear, and ambiguous documents, the latest educational trends, and name-dropping famous academic researchers. Some of the old thinking means little to nothing to the teacher or the employee that is actually directly in front of the students. Teachers in the classroom struggle with real academic realities, such as how can I get that student that was on Call of Duty until 2 a.m. to stay awake long enough to catch some part of my lesson? But this new structure will allow for teachers to have more support in the form of lessons, real strategies, and getting back to basics at the heart of instruction in the classroom. Making solid, reasonable, and effective decisions is a cornerstone for leaders, and I look forward to more of these positive and successful decisions from the Cabinet. Thank you for this time to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, President Miller. 9.4, CSEA President Cynthia Navarro.
Good evening, President Campos, board members, Superintendent Dr. Arau, cabinet, staff, and guests. So it is an honor to stand before you today as the president representing our hardworking and dedicated CSA members. I have been an employee of this district for 12 years, and I currently serve as a secretary in the discipline office at Heritage High School. Go Patriots! And while I am new to this role as president, I am not new to CSEA, as I have served in other capacities prior. I am genuinely excited to serve in this role and to work collaboratively with all of you for the betterment of our schools, staff, and students. I want to share my leadership style, which is grounded in a servant leadership motto. I lead with love, compassion, collaboration, and a steadfast commitment to fostering positive change. I firmly believe that change happens at the table, and I am grateful for the open lines of communication and problem-solving opportunities we've cultivated. And in just a few weeks since I stepped into this role, the progress we've made through our conversations with the district office, but particularly with HR, has been encouraging. And although there were some communication challenges, the district has committed to perfect these as we go. So I'm encouraged by that. And speaking of communication, I believe we can all agree that it's not just about the message itself, but also how that message is delivered. Which is why I want to ask that when certain communications occur with our members, such as involuntary transfers, terminations, or any significant changes, I urge everyone involved to handle these situations with compassion and tact. Please be humane and considerate, keeping in mind the feelings of those affected. We all have a life outside of work and face challenges in our personal lives, so making such a transition easier on the member is the expectation. On another note, just today I had the pleasure of visiting Paris Lake High School and speaking with some of our incredible clerical staff and campus supervisors. And I have to say, what a fantastic school. As you walk in, you can sense that positive culture and the meaningful connections, not only amongst the staff, but also with the students. I have to give a shout out to Mr. Alfred because he truly has led the way in this, and everyone there had nothing but good things to say. I personally worked with Mr. Alfred at Paloma, and I can attest to the great human being and leader that he is. And I want to encourage you and I invite you to visit Paris Lake because my members would appreciate it. Lastly, let me share a little bit about the night our union's executive board elections took place. So we had about 130 members show up to vote. And during my speech, I asked them to consider 3 key questions when choosing any leader. 1, does this person care for you? Can this person help you? And do you trust this person? To my surprise, and I say this humbly, as I asked these questions, most of the room started responding, yes, yes, yes. That moment deeply moved me because I realized they were saying yes to me, like, you are the one we trust. You are the one that can help us. So it just affirmed that I earned their trust, which I really hold in the highest regard. This overwhelming support reminds me every day why I do this work, to be their advocate, to ensure they feel heard, and to make certain they are supported. With that said, there's a lot of work to be done, which is why something will be coming across your desks for approval, but when that time comes, I will be asking for your support. Thank you for your time, your partnership, and your commitment to our community. I look forward to continuing this journey together as we work to achieve great things. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Navarro, and congratulations on your position, and we're glad to see you in the driver's seat there. 10.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees, non-agendized items. Are there any public comments on non-agendized items?
There are no public comments.
Thank you. Seeing no public comments, let's move to the consent calendar. 11.1, approval of the consent calendar items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to written reports, 12.1, general functions, the Williams Settlement Quarterly Uniform Complaint Report Summary for October through December 2024. Moving on to action items, 13.1. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. 12.2, sorry, discipline. December 24, 2024 monthly suspension report. .1, general functions, review and discuss the attorney firm retention and utilization. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford, Trustee Anaya. And discussion?
I'd like to make an amendment to table this 13.1. Seeing that there's no discussion.
I second it.
Okay, so do we have a motion?
Yeah, I made the amendment.
Okay.
Then it was seconded by Mr. Hall.
Okay.
Oh, there was no discussion. I was looking at everybody. No, indefinitely.
Okay, so please vote. Wait.
She has to make the amendment.
Oh.
Yeah, I can see it.
So,
Yep.
okay, so the motion, so now we're voting,
It's highlighted in the yellow.
okay. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees table this item. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.2, general functions review and discuss consulting services with Hazard Young Atia and Associates funded through the general fund in the amount of $12,500 monthly. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? I'll go ahead and second that. And discussion. So I would like to, just that, so since we're going to be having our study session or retreat, whatever the title's going to be on the 25th, that we move to have this discussion after the presentation so that we can then gather more information, see the services that are being provided, review whatever documentation we have, and then hopefully add it to that agenda on that date, or if not, on the consequent February meeting, to then gather more information and move to table that for that time.
So you're saying table it after the study session? So the next regular board meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to make
Second.
some comments on this. Okay. As you can see, the amount is $12,500 monthly. So what my question now is, what is the cost effectiveness of that? What if we paid HYA to this point, and should we continue to pay this amount of money? I thought there was some discussion about price reduction at some time. We never really finished that discussion. I think this is too much to retain them. We can always go back to them and open up a PO if we need them, but to be on the hook every month for this, for what they're providing now. They did a great job for us with superintendent and super assistant soup. I just don't think we should be on the hook for $12,000, $500 every month, regardless of what they do. So that's my opinion. So, President Campos, you proposing we table this till, or we put this off till February?
No. So the 25th. So after our study session, I guess what is it?
The 25th.
Okay, on the 25th, on January 25th, we can add that to the agenda. Because obviously, if the month of January has already been paid, then we will have that discussion to continue to see whether there could be a reduction in services or cost for services, and also whether we move forward in using it. Because if we decide on that date, hey, we don't longer need it, then we can cut the contract publicly, openly, on that date after they provided their services, and then just not move forward for February. So then that would be,
But we don't have to do all that. If we want to terminate them, all we have to do is provide them with a letter of discontinuing the service. We don't even have to bring this to open session.
Are they going to prorate us for the month somehow, or?
well, no, so that's, I think if we want to move forward on the conversation, we would then have to ask those questions in that discussion for that date so that we can see what.
Okay. But as I say, I'm satisfied with the work. There's nothing wrong with it's not about the company. It's being on the hook for this $12,000 monthly that, we can open up a PO if we need them and let them give us some pricing on each item for item. I'm sure some of this work we're going to be picking up ourselves. Now we have Assistant Superintendent Alfredo Andrade. He's with us now, so we're filling some of those jobs. I know we have one crucial one left to fill. So I could wait till the 25th and have that discussion. I agree with that.
Yeah,
That's fine. Yeah.
and whatever questions that we have at that point, we can go ahead and discuss if there's a reduction in cost and ask whatever questions we have for the 25th.
Okay. So what
that's
do we
why
need?
I would like to table that. For
What do you need to do? Amend this now or not vote? Oh, you did amend it. Okay. Okay, I'm fine with that.
We're going to give an agenda for February 25th, right? We can add it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It gives us more time. Well, no, just before the meeting. Yeah, we can read through the paperwork a little better. I can
Right.
anyway. So, okay.
Okay. So it is recommended that the Board of Trustees table this item to the regular board meeting of February 25th, 2025. Please vote. February 12th? Oh, February 12th, 2025, sorry. Please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. And moving on, 13.3, personnel. Certificated personnel action items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second. And any discussion? Please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.4, personnel, classified personnel action items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second it.
Thank you. Please vote, or no discussion? Please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.5, personnel resolution number 12-24-25, week of the school counselor. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second it.
Thank you. Trustee Garcia, Trustee Hall. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. $13.6, building and grounds, agreement with PQ bids for online contractor pre-qualification services. This is funded through various facilities funds in the amount of $15,000, not the general fund. Do I have a motion?
Yes, so moved.
Second.
Trustee Garcia, Trustee Stafford. No, I'm not seeing any discussion. Please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5-0. 13.7, business, Liberty High School Stampede Booster Club, conditional approval, no fiscal impact. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Garcia. Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.8, business approval for filing 2 Form J-13A requests, request for allowance of attendance due to emergency conditions. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia and Stafford. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote.
I just want to make sure everybody understands what this is for, right? It's to recuperate money? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. No more discussion, please vote. On On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.9, business authorization for purchase of capital equipment above $10,000 for the month of January 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Any discussion?
Quick discussion. Hector, is this the sweeper?
Yeah, it's a large sweeper with the Paramount sweeper.
Does it fly? Is
No,
that,
it's a large sweeper, almost parking lot sweeper size.
is that right?
It's got a HEPA filter that helps us, for example, when we have the large wildfires with the ash, with the windstorm, we're going to use a lot of ash as soon as the winds die down. So it is a large sweeper, and we have them at Paloma, at Paris, we have them at Heritage.
Okay.
Paloma's the only site that doesn't have one, so this
Okay, that rivals the cost of a car, huh? 56.
And we have a place to secure it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Is this the
Okay.
sweeper that sucks it in or just kind of pushes it off to the side?
No, it sucks it in. It's
Oh,
got
okay.
an
So it's a
internal
vacuum.
We drive it, it fills up the tank. When we're done, we just back it up to a trash bin, and it dumps right into the
Who makes it?
Tenant.
Tenant? Okay,
Yeah, Tenant. Yes, 30 model. It's a large sweeper.
okay.
How often do you guys use it?
We use it a lot.
Like once a week, every week on a Wednesday or?
As needed. And,
As needed.
After, like, for example, the winds right now, there's so much
Right.
dust and debris and leaves. Right now, they're going to be using them a lot. But
Okay.
typically, without the wind, weekly, parking lot curbs, they do gutters, it does all.
Does this stay inside the facility or will you go on the streets?
It stays
On
on
a-
the facility.
Okay.
It can go on the streets, but we typically off campus with it.
Right.
Do you need a Judy Miller driver's license?
No, but get a little training to get on it. I wouldn't with just anybody.
Okay.
What are you guys currently using now?
So we at Paloma, we use the push rooms. They have a smaller sweeper, a walk behind sweeper, but the difference is it doesn't have a HEPA filter. For example, when we have fires and there's really fine ash, this large sweeper will pick that up and it has a HEPA filter, so it won't spread it out into the environment. The smaller sweeper, if you try to pick up the ash, it spreads it everywhere. So that's the difference between the sweepers.
Any other discussion?
I did mention to Dr. Rao in the future if we can get a visual of what our
What it looks like.
our what our like allowance, I guess, or how much money we have to. That's not for you; it's more for us, just so we can understand how the numbers work and balances and all that. So we're not, approve, and then next thing you know, we're in debt and it's our fault. So just in the future.
So basically, the allocation that we have, and then we are buying this, it has been authorized, the balance is going to be this. Yeah, just in general terms.
Yeah, just so we
That
can
would
have a
be-
visual.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. If there's no more discussion, please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 13.10, business authorization for purchase orders above 50,000 for January 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Trustee Garcia on the second. Any discussion? Okay, please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on, informational items. 14.1, curriculum, revised English course honors English 2. 14.2, revised VAPA courses, intermediate treble choir and theater production. 14.3, new math course, advanced placement pre-calculus. 14.4, new physical education course, PE 10 dance emphasis. 14.5, new science course, honors chemistry. 14.6, new social science course, advanced placement, government and economics. 14.7, new VAPA courses, music appreciation, chamber choir, rock band, contemporary music performance, and advanced theater. 14.8, business revolving cash report for December 2024. Is there, oh, sorry. 15.1, closed session if necessary.
Not necessary, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. 16.1, reconvene, I apologize. 17.1, discipline, board of review of discipline matters. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia and Trustee Hall. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 17.2, discipline, reinstatement of student discipline matters. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Trustee Garcia, and second, thank you, Trustee Stafford. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5-0. And other items by the superintendent.
Thank you. Thank you, President Campos. I just want to say thank you to all the staff and cabinet members who really did a wonderful job and had to continue, during this situation, monitoring the power outages that we have there, making the decisions in terms of if a school doesn't have power to close the school, and be monitoring that at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning, having the cabinet meeting at 4:30 a.m. in order to analyze the conditions, making the decisions and sending the communications. This is from the admin perspective, but also we have our wonderful staff from M&O looking into all the situations that we have there in order how to support the schools, technology, we making sure that our network, even though we don't have power here at the district office, the network has the power in order to transfer and provide the services at all the schools. Otherwise, our schools would be with no internet, with no phone lines and things like that. So you guys have been doing a wonderful job. I want to say thank you for doing that. And I know that this is going to be an ongoing situation. And I know we have scheduled another cabinet meeting at 4:30 in the morning. But thank you for your commitment and your hard work, your dedication to support our students. At this moment, as you know, we still don't have power here in the district office in this building, but the M&O, and thank you, Hector, immediately they moved forward, brought the generator. That's why we are having this meeting, right, with all the benefits of having power, so we really appreciate that. In the morning, I believe it was 10:30, 11, I don't remember the time, and somebody mentioned, yeah, we are going to need a generator, we are going to need power for the board meeting tonight. And I said, well, actually, it's at 2 p.m., a couple of hours, right? And he made it happen, and your team, you and your team. So special thank you to you and to your team for supporting us and for helping our students and our schools.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. 19.1, other items by the Board of Trustees. Trustee Anaya.
I just wanted to say that we did join the Student of the Month for this month, and I wasn't expected to be so emotional and inspired. It was beautiful to hear the students' testimony on how they got to where they're at, and hearing the teachers speak highly of them, and seeing how proud the parents were of their children. It was a really good experience. That's it.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford.
I just want to talk to Hector for a minute. How were the tumbleweeds? Did that wind, what else did it affect, Hector? Trees.
A lot of dirt, debris in the swimming pools.
Oh, yeah.
Heck of a time in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds aren't that bad this year.
Okay.
We haven't got a lot of rain. You know where they go at here?
Oh, yeah.
Right up against the gate, but we're out every morning monitoring, making sure that trimming trees proactively to make sure they don't fall.
Okay.
Checking our sites.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you for keeping an eye on the schools over the holiday. I know it takes a lot out of your day to have to come in and just to reset an alarm or something. So it's much appreciated. 4:30 in the morning is way too early for me. So I used to could do it, but not anymore. Sure, Hector. I know. I can't do it now. It's too early. So. But just thank you to all the staff for you guys keeping the public informed and keeping us, the more you know, the less you worry about things. So, you know where to look for information, and then when you can get information from the school district, because everybody's waiting on the schools to see what you do and see if you're going to open or not. And that changes everyone's schedule and means so much to everybody's day. It's down to eating or just about everything they do. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next month. Okay.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Trustee Hall.
I just want to say, I got my first month under my belt as board member, and it's been quite an experience already. I've got the help from Sarah and Anna and the cabinet members to answer my questions, and I was also with Trustee Anaya on the Student of the Month, and she's right. You're sitting there trying not to, show that you got tears coming down, and you're hearing these stories of these young adults and watching them just grow, and it's really exciting. And I'm just trying to plug any dates that I can so I can get out and meet the parents, students, and teachers and staff. So it's been really enjoyable. I love to serve, and serving isn't always easy, but it can be very joyful if you let it. So I'm glad to be here, and thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Trustee Garcia.
Yeah, first I would like to say thank you to Hector in particular, because you have been extremely loyal to this district and gone above and beyond, especially in these emergency services, wind, rain. I know we don't have snow, but I'd say snow. And these fires. And this has been going on for a while. Last week we were having a meeting here, and you're out there getting these generators going, and we're in the dark trying to make sure we're getting the agenda together. So thank you for everything. And I want you to express to your teams, we couldn't be here without any of you guys. So thank you very much, in particular to you. And to the rest of the cabinet, man, talk about loyalty. 4:30, my goodness. I'm still catching some Z's. But thank you guys too. Your loyalty means a lot. We appreciate every one of you, and there's so much to be said. And we don't always get a thank you, but I always tell you too, we're in a thankless position, so I go out of my way to make sure we genuinely care. Mr. Hannon, thank you. Sir, I don't know you, the SRO, but thank you. We understand how dangerous your job is, and we really, really appreciate you. And we try to make it a point to thank you guys all the time and acknowledge you. So actually, do you mind standing and saying your name?
Deputy Ramirez.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, and thank you for your service. And if I'm missing anyone, I apologize. But there is one more thing that I would like to bring up. This is more for Dr. Rouse. we had a small conversation about possibly having some campus supervisors to help close the facilities after the board meetings. If we could have that conversation again, I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. And, okay. Are we okay? All right. And that'll be it for me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. For me, you know what, I'll be quick, but there's just, I think, a big thank you to all of you and your staff. Just please thank them, because obviously there's a lot of things going on, and the fact that you guys are able to respond to the call and make sure that everything happens, it takes everybody. It takes, you know, teachers, everybody, staff, classified, everybody. And thank you guys in the positions of leadership for taking that charge and leading forward and moving us in a direction where we're opening schools, or we're doing whatever we have to. We're taking safety into consideration, making sure that the schools are secure, that everybody has everything they need. So just thank you. Thank you for all that you do. It does, I know from my perspective, I got to go actually see one of those, the student, that's one of the things I haven't done is one of those student of the months. But, you know, for this month, it's thank you to all of you guys and for all that you guys do, because we know it's not easy waking up at 4:30. You know, some people might say, oh, well, that's their job. And I think it's kind of going above and beyond and staying late, doing whatever you have to do to secure the safety for our staff and our students. So I greatly and deeply appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a great evening, and thank you for all of your support. Thank you. 20.1, adjournment. The regular meeting of the Board of Trustees for January 15, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. And seeing no discussion, please vote. Upon the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor and 0 opposed. The meeting is adjourned at 7:05.